YouTube's officially announced that they are opening up the community tab to thousands of more channels, specifically channels over 500 subscribers or more, effective October 12th. More will be coming after that as well, but the big question is actually, what do you do now? Don't worry, that's what I'm here for. Hi, I'm Commander Tom, and welcome to the Gamer's Guide to YouTube, where I try to teach you how to give your channels extra life and level them up to the point that you want them to be at. Today I want to focus on not just the fact that the community tab is opening up to more people, but what to actually do with it and how to use it to help yourself out. Let's go ahead and talk on a few basic things here. First, yes, it's going to be 500 subscribers, and that will be effective on October 12th. Now, piece of advice I'm going to let you know right now. Even when we channels that got to it the old-fashioned way of crossing 1,000, there's a process. So it took us about a week usually from reaching that 1,000 subscriber mark and then qualifying to get the community tab. I would anticipate you're going to see the same thing. When October 12 rolls around, it's going to be about a week or so before every channel over 500 subscribers actually sees their community tab open. Be patient, don't freak. YouTube's going to get this covered. Also, a week is in an individual basis. They're going to need to turn on several thousand channels starting October 12. I would not be surprised if this needs a few extra days. Don't freak, don't panic. The process is going to work. Now, in a recent creator update, YouTube also advised that eventually they'll be opening it up to even smaller channels. Obviously, they didn't specify size or time, but I'm sure it's in the works. YouTube is wanting to open up and develop the community tab. And one thing that I've learned in the last 2 years of working with YouTube is that when it wants to promote something, it's smart to get behind it. So that takes us to using your community tab. What do you actually do to make it work good for you? Well, let's go ahead, go to the screen, and I'll show you what I do and what results I find come from it. Believe me, I love the community tab. Alright, so we'll take a look here at my page, Commander Tom. As you can tell, I'm a bit of a survival gamer, but let's focus on the community tab itself, right here. Now, this is a page that only shows up once you've gotten approved. 1,000 in my case, 500 in future cases. But let's go ahead and click onto it, and there's three major things that I think that this is great for. First, scroll down to the bottom here, and I feel that the community tab is excellent for just general announcements and questions. I am a huge believer and a huge fan of listening to your community and giving the people what they want. And I think the community tab is a perfect avenue to actually get that information, to actually ask questions to your actual fan base and get their opinions back. That, I think, is probably one of the key variables in order to get that feedback back. Now, second thing I would encourage you to make use of your community tab for is just to connect with your people. We already have a great platform, YouTube itself, to release long-form content and traditional videos, quickie shorts with shorts. Community tab opens up an opportunity for us to just share behind-the-scene pictures. It's kind of like YouTube added shorts to compete with TikTok, and then they also added now the expansion of the community tab to kind of compare with Instagram and Facebook, that kind of stuff. YouTube's trying to make itself the one-stop shop for social media engagement. Looking back to my own community tab here, you'll see that this is also where I like to share memes, funny photos. What's it like to be a YouTuber? I need one more cup of coffee. My addiction to coffee has been well documented. And no, I don't have a coffee sponsor, but I'm taking offers. Connected with sharing pictures is also a great opportunity then for you to share photos, art, as well as links to videos that you've done topics on that maybe they're just a little bit stale and you want to give them a little bit more life. That way, you're kind of keeping people working on your content and keeping content cycling, increasing views, giving YouTube more positive signals that your material is good to work with. But above all else, I feel probably the best use of the community tab is a combination of asking your crew questions and then setting up polls for them to respond back in. That way they can actually give you responses that are easily reviewable, such as this. What's your I'm a gamer with the long dark, so I ask, what's your favorite bear hunting location? You can see 45%. I often ask, what difficulty level do you play on? A lot of people play on Voyager, about 43%. If we scroll down just a little bit further, it allows me to ask questions here that I'm going to be taking some time off. My content may change. I'm going to be camping. Would you guys be interested in seeing my camping content? Overwhelmingly, 91% would be interested in. These are simple questions you can ask with just simple options you can fill in. When in doubt, I always suggest yes, meh, I don't care, and no. So set up three simple options in a poll, ask the question, and see what your audience actually says. This is an excellent way to get feedback from your actual legitimate audience and work with accurate information. How many times have you gone to any group, Facebook or Reddit, and asked questions of, should I do this? Should I do that? What does this thumbnail look like? Your community tab is the place to do that, because then you're not asking strangers and you're not asking people who are outside of your focus niche. You're actually asking your audience what they like so you can give them what they like. It's brilliant. And it's free. And it's coming to you. Everyone over 500 subs. And for those of you under 500 subs, it's coming to you early instead of having to wait until you're at 1,000 subs. So there are some great opportunities here. If you got something out of this and you want to learn more, that's what playlists are for. And if you want to learn to level up your channel, leave a like and subscribe. I'm Commander Tom, and I will see you next time. Thanks.